Hello, I'm Ricky Gervais. Philosophy is the science which considers truth. So said Aristotle, one of the great forefathers of Western philosophy. In its attempt to seek out the truths and principles of human existence, philosophy must answer questions of beauty, of justice, of language, indeed, of the mind itself. To help me consider some of the core concepts and presumptions of philosophical inquiry, I'm joined by Stephen Merchant, graduate of the University of Warwick, an award-winning writer.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And Carl Pilkington, a man with no education, didn't really go to school, no awards, head like a fucking orange, you know the twat.
All right.
To me, philosophy might be the greatest subject of all academic subjects, the mother of science, asking the big questions, why are we here, how do we live? But it's been sort of mugged and kidnapped by those people who put rubbish under the umbrella of philosophy.
Right.
Cod philosophy. I went to a library once, I looked in the philosophy section, and there was a book by Doris Stokes.
Doris Stokes being, for those that don't know,
a medium who said she was talking to the dead. There's crystals, feng shui.
Feng Shui. Yes.
Oh, God.
The interesting thing about Feng Shui is how, I remember someone came into an office I was working in once and she said, you're going to need crystal here above the lavatory to get all the negative chi out of the cistern. And she said, this crystal is £25. And the guy went, we're not going to spend that. And she went, okay, I got one here for £5.
Brilliant.
It was surprisingly convenient that she had a number of different crystals that apparently did the same job.
We're also going to need a brush to get the shit out of the toilet. What have you got for that?
Yeah, there's a lot of that twaddle. There was a woman I remember once, I used to do a radio show on the BBC World Service, and she came in and she could tell from the coloured liquids that you chose, from a big selection of coloured liquids, she could tell a lot about your personality from that. So I picked up about 3 or 4, and she looked at them and I chose like a blue one, just arbitrary, and she looked at me and she said, okay, I get the sense that you like to communicate with people, but on a global level.
And you were working for the World Service.
As we spoke, we were broadcasting on the World Service. I don't know where, I mean, she just read it from the liquids. As a novice, one of the key catchphrases, if you like, of philosophy, and one that's always intrigued and confused me a little, is the famous René Descartes quote, I think, therefore I am. A lot of people think of that as the epitome, in a way, of a philosophical statement.
First thing we ever did, I think, at degree level, and it's the one thing I'd already heard of. It's one of those things that sort of filters down, cogito ergo sum, as you say, I think, therefore I am, when Descartes was pondering his existence. Just before we get to his conclusion, Carl, how do you know this isn't a dream?
Just because I haven't been sleeping that well.
Right, okay.
No, but you could still be dreaming, couldn't you? Because this could be a dream that you haven't been sleeping lately. You could be dreaming the last few nights you haven't been sleeping.
In dreams, they're different, like, I mean, like I say, I don't have that many of them because I don't sleep that well. But when I do have one, there's something different and vivid about it. Now, if I was dreaming all this, I reckon my boiler would have been fixed ages ago. I don't think anyone has a dream that goes on for that amount of time.
Well, it could be a nightmare, but the presumption, I think you're also presuming that the dream that you could be dreaming needs to be exactly the same as the dreams you think of when you're dreaming. My point is, there's no way of you knowing that this life you're living now as you talk to us is real, and that it's not actually the imaginings of another Carl somewhere else.
There are actually no clues, Carl. There are actually no clues now that this is the real thing.
Well, most of the time, it's 1 minute I'm awake, next minute I'm asleep, then I'm awake again.
Yeah.
Sleep's just...
You know the bit between you being awake and awake again, that's called a sleep.
Yeah.
Now, do you ever think things while you're asleep?
Vivid things.
It's that bit between the awake and awake I want to look at.
I told you about one ages ago where...
Go on.
Where you burst in and I was on the toilet.
I never had this dream.
The one that it was like everyone was German and it was at some gig or something and you opened the door and everyone was looking and laughing at me, and I'm sat on the toilet, and you sort of said, "Oh, that's probably because you're uncomfortable with
fame
being put on the limelight."
Yeah, like that you might be. Yeah, possibly. Yeah,
but that's one dream that could be true.
But didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Or there is a likelihood that you think, I bet he's going to burst in.
I am always on edge when I use the toilet here.
Yeah,
I kind of think, is he busy at the moment?
You have to wait till he's on the phone to go for a piss.
I have to sit there holding the lock.
Yeah.
It's a weird
it
thing
isn't
to do.
normal. It's not normal.
But there's an example of a dream. But I think what you're failing to grasp is not so much the mechanics of whether this is a dream, but that you cannot know the truth of what you're experiencing. You cannot know that this is reality. It's a question about reality.
So
How do we know what reality
then?
is?
What reality is and what we like about reality. Robert Nozick did this thing that if you could go into a flotation tank and you led a whole virtual life and it was the best life possible, you did exactly what you've always wanted. You became the person you wanted to be. You did the best things you could ever dream of doing, and you literally couldn't tell the difference. So it was your life, okay? And you lived your biological life out in that tank and died at 80 and had the best life any person could ever have. You could pre-program it. Would you get into that tank knowing what you know now, knowing that you would have the best life ever, with no heartache, no upset, no loved ones dying?
So what's happening when I'm sort of having a packet of munchies? Am I having them, or are they imaginary?
They're imaginary, but you can't tell the difference. It's the best packet of munchies you've ever had. I love the fact that you went into the flotation tank, and your one proviso was, "Are munchies as good?"
Yeah.
No,
absolutely.
I'm just taking it back to basics.
That is
Right.
basic.
You've got to pre-program your life. That's where you'd start, is it? Munchies must always taste magnificent.
Well, it's just if you can still enjoy the basic things in life, then that's when you can't go wrong.
You do. You enjoy them. It's the life you'd ever want to live, and you're living it.
Bit
Sorry?
dangerous.
Bit dangerous.
Why? Go on. Why?
Just I don't know, because sometimes I think things don't happen for the best, right?
Right.
Sometimes you can sort of think, oh, I'll enjoy that if that happens, and then it doesn't happen, and you've had time to think about.
But this is perfect. No, this is built in, because whatever happens is for the best. So not only when you're in this flotation tank are you enjoying yourself, that things just keep getting better or staying as good.
You never have a bad day.
You never have a bad day.
But how long would that last for before you go and fed up with this?
Well, why would you get fed up with it? Because you do something else. It's the perfect life.
Bear in mind, you're not aware that you're in the flotation tank. You've made that deal, but then once you're in there, you don't know. You're not aware of being in the flotation tank. You're living your life, and it's perfect. You're happy. Well, we don't know how you would be happy. Well, you just have munchies every day, and
well, yeah, you'd get in it then. You'd get in it if you don't know you've got in this tank. If I somehow go to bed at night, someone injects me in the head, and then they go, right, stick him in the tank now, and then I wake up, packet of munchies there, sun's out. Suzanne goes, oh, it's a nice day, we'll go and do something nice. And I go, you're meant to be at work. And she goes, no, I don't have to go in today.
Right.
I go, all right, let's go out then.
Now, what's interesting there is that within this scenario, I gave you any life, you could do anything, and you chose the exact life you've got now, except Suzanne's got a day off. Now, I both love that.
Well, I was a bit suspicious, though, that she's just taking a day off.
No way, it's not happening now. It's not happening, really happening. You could do anything you like. But I like the fact now you're even questioning it. You're not in the tank, and why has Suzanne got a day off, right? Now, I love that, because that suggests to me that you're a nice, happy, satisfied, whatever you want to do it, contented person who's got the perfect life. However, it's almost like you haven't fully understood the possibilities. For example, you wake up, there's the munchies, sunny day, Suzanne's not at work. You go, why aren't you at work?
No,
she goes to you, hold on though, why are you flying? And you go, I just can. But you hadn't even thought that maybe you could fly or swim or hold your breath.
You just could have some munchies for breakfast.
Hang on a minute, this is day one.
Oh, okay.
When you go on holiday,
yeah,
like I said before, you don't turn up and go, right, it's 1 o'clock, jet ski for half an hour, bungee jump in 40 minutes after that, let's have a nice roti, and try a little cocktail.
And what do you do? What do you do when you arrive there?
Well, you get there.
Yeah.
The fella takes your case to the room.
Right.
You have that panic of, am I going to give him too much money? I don't know the currency well enough yet. I don't know how much
more
things
information
are.
than we asked for.
Yeah.
No.
And the most mundane scenario I've ever heard.
No, but this is what happens in real life.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So you have that scenario. You go, right, where's my shorts? You get them on. You go out and have a wander.
In the case,
You have a wander round
Yeah.
to know where everything is. The
Car
shop,
park you did
the
once.
shop. You know how close the beach is.
Yeah.
Is it busy?
Yeah.
Okay, you're just telling us what happens when you go on holiday. What's your point?
Okay.
Because you don't want fun all in one go. You want to build to it because that's sometimes part of it.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So
anticipation. Yeah. Good. Yeah.
yeah. That little bit.
Yeah.
It's about things taking time, innit? And looking back at the journey and going,
Yeah.
how did I get here?
Okay, well,
Right.
can I ask a question? Because sorry, what I'm fascinated to know is if you decided to sign up to the float tank idea. Okay, you can design your perfect life.
But I'd prefer not to
Well,
know I'm doing it.
No,
You
you don't.
won't
You
know.
won't. But I
You
want to
won't
ask
know.
this question. Imagine Ricky and I are the doctors. Okay, we can put you in this tank. All we need to know from you now is what your perfect life is. And we're going to program it in the computer. You're going to wake up tomorrow. You won't know this conversation's happened. You'll have the perfect life. What, if you don't mind, we're going to take notes now. What is the perfect life? You're still obviously living with Suzanne.
We've got
but
munches.
What else?
We've got munches and we've got sunshine.
But what else would you like in your magical life your ultimate life?
I think I'd prefer
hair.
No, because then I'd know it's not real.
No, you
No,
would
wouldn't
never know.
It just,
You
no,
would
it
never
just came
know.
back. Suzanne comes in one day and goes, "Why aren't you working?" She goes, "Look, okay, I've left my job. Can we leave the? Why am I at work? I'm always going to be here, right? I've got a new tonic, right, from Boots. She pops it on your hair. Boop, baby gorilla."
Yeah, I don't like this idea. Suddenly Suzanne's never at work. I just think you need a bit of the badness to have the goodness.
Right.
Right. In
sorry.
a minute, you're going to be injected in the head, you're going to go to sleep, you're going to be in a flotation state, but you are going to suddenly leave this office and it's going to be a virtual world. You can do what you want. You can suddenly go, "What was I hanging around with that bloke off the office for? I'm a spy." And you go to MI5 and they go, "Thanks for coming in, Pilkington. Listen, Drosky, he's coming from Russia and he's got the... Bang! What do you do? What's your scenario? What do you do as a job? We've got munches, Suzanne's never at work."
I'd prefer to leave everything as it is.
Brilliant.
Go in it, but have everything the same so that I'm going, hang on a minute, has it actually happened?
What are you talking about?
No, you don't know about this. You don't know anything that's happened.
No, because you've just said you're gonna put me in the tank and you're asking questions as to what I
No.
want when I get in it.
But you won't know you're in the
But
tank.
once you're in the tank, you won't know. You'll have a new life, a life that you've designed.
Yes.
You'd have different memories if you wanted. You could be 5 again, or you could be now, but you weren't born in
No,
Manchester.
I prefer it to be the same with the same memories, but the difference is when I next get British Gas round, they go, "Oh, Mr. Pilkington, yes,
Oh my God!
the boiler
so
is
he's like
fixed."
to have a virtual life, so his boiler's fixed.
No,
Yeah, but so your boiler still goes wrong in your dream, but it gets fixed.
But you don't
Yes.
even need a boiler. You could be the perfect
But
temperature
this
all the
isn't
in the
the
time.
Earth
Caribbean.
anymore. I don't like the idea of too much change. I don't want that much of a change.
But
to
you
my life.
won't realise, it won't feel like change.
Well, it's changed already. You're saying the boiler's been fixed like that. I'd prefer to still have that problem. Go, hang on a minute, is this different? Suzanne's still going to work.
Right.
That's very important
But
too.
then,
You don't want her around all day.
but then, things happen that
on.
wouldn't have happened in this world.
Go on
Such
then.
as?
Right, okay, let's write that. Well, let's see the differences. What do you do? Because I've got to program this. So you've got the same job, all that. Are we still around?
Yeah, because it's part of.
I'm
it's
gonna
part
ask you
of
a
the
question
same
now.
thing. It's-
Do I still squeeze your head every time I see you, rest you to the ground, and wind you up, trying to stress you out, call you at all hours? Do I still do all that? What am I like?
You're still the same, and you still do that. But maybe one day I go, "Don't do that anymore," because it does annoy me. And you go, "Okay." And then
stops.
I've dealt with it. I've sorted that problem, as opposed to this machine, this tank deciding.
Right.
I don't like the idea of this tank
Right.
making life good for me.
Right.
I want a few problems, and if there's a problem, I want to sort it.
Okay.
But
Well, you've hit the nail on the head there. We're going to go back to this because it's fascinating. But Nozak concluded that no one would get into the tank because we'd rather have a real life with all its problems than a fake life. And I sort of think you've proved that by even getting into the tank with your provisos and scenarios. I mean, you've changed nothing except your boiler being fixed and me stop squeezing your head
But
now
hang
and
on a
again.
minute.
Which makes me think that you should have your boiler fixed. And then you will have the perfect life that you can imagine.
yeah, but it's that old chestnut, isn't it? It's the thing of like, what's my problem then? You've got
Right.
the problem gene in your head. You've got to fill it with a problem.
Yeah, he's not a geneticist.
got the problem hole in your head.
No, it's
Got
not.
the problem hole in your head. Shut up, Ricky. Let him say what he needs to say. He's got a problem hole in his head.
He's got a problem hole in his head. It's called his mouth.
Yes.
Right, that is your problem hole.
So, if someone comes up and they go, I've fixed your boiler.
Sorry, could I just ask
let him speak.
Let me ask one question, Steve. Is the problem hole different from the problem gene, or is that a new term for...
You put things through the problem hole and they end up in the problem gene. You feed something in the problem hole...
Is that right, Carl?
It goes through the problem tube into the problem gene.
Okay, so it's down the problem conduit. Okay, go on. Right. So it's better to have... You've got a problem hole in your head, right?
Yeah. So you stuff in a problem into the problem hole.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Now, all the little problems can't get in because of the big problem.
Right. Is that good or bad? It's a
But
good
that's
thing
not
to
true,
know.
is
The
it?
problem hole is a standard size on everyone.
Right.
No, but that's
Shut up, Ricky. Let him explain.
Now, Ricky, I'd say his problems are not even problems.
Well, how big's his problem hole?
Same size as mine.
Same size as yours.
But his problems are all little ones. They're like, you've got like a load of Skittles. I've got a big cream egg.
Right, but why...
Shut up! Let him speak. He's just expanding on his idea. Why do you keep
his
interrupting?
problem? What is your problem that's so big compared to my little Skittles?
Loads of problems. You get stressed out about things that I'm like, what's up with you? You get annoyed easily with stuff. People chewing loudly, or someone breathing loudly, or someone coughing. Whereas I'm like, that doesn't matter. Like you say, to you, the boiler is like, get it ripped out, put a new one in. It's not as easy as that.
It is.
And that's why the problem ball is growing.
It's got a gene, a ball, and a hole.
So the problem ball...
No wonder there's no fucking room for a brain.
Right, shut up. Let me ask... I want to clarify this. The problem ball exists in life. That gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It has to go through the problem hole, down the problem tube, into the problem gene.
Into the problem gene.
Right, now then. So you've got the problem ball. Everyone's problem hole is the same size.
Okay.
But some people's problems are smaller, so they can slip straight into the problem hole.
I've got a question, Stephen.
Wait.
And listen, has anyone got a pair of problem balls, or is it always just?
Because ladies have a pair of problem balls.
No, because Hitler had one problem ball, didn't he? But could anyone ever have a pair of problem balls? Is my question to you.
And some people's problem balls are much bigger than another man's or another woman's, right?
Yeah,
Right.
depending on the problem.
So you could have you could have a pair of problem balls and one problem hole.
The way I'm
If you
saying
went,
it,
if you okay, look, so supposing I came to you and said, listen.
But a man starving in a foreign country might have huge problem balls.
He might have, but if I went to a doctor and said I've got a problem hole, and the doctor said, "Well, let me see it," and he said, "Well, let me see your problem hole," and hanging down in front of my problem hole was a huge pair of problem balls. What would he treat first? Is my question.
Well, would he look into the problem hole?
He said, he'd say, right, take your problem genes off. Right, I want to see your problem hole clearly.
But he would put his hand or his finger into the problem hole to try and remove the problem ball, wouldn't he?
He could feel the problem balls, but he'd have to insert his finger into the problem hole, wouldn't he?
Right.
Okay, so Carl, go on then.
I'll just get in a tank.
Oh, God. Okay, so in a roundabout way, back to cogito ergo sum, I think therefore I am. Descartes, pondering, how do I know this isn't a dream? Well, he concluded he doesn't. When he took it further to how do I know I even exist, he quite rightly concluded that, well, if I'm even pondering this question, I must exist. Whatever I am, wherever I am, the fact that I'm questioning, introspecting, thinking at all, I think, therefore I am. Because I'm even thinking, at least I know one thing, that I exist. That's all he said, Carl.
I don't understand why he had so much time on his hands to be worrying about this. At the end of the day, get on with it.
You're not doing shit all, Carl. So why are you so annoyed at other people who aren't doing anything? You're going out in the morning, you're staring at worms, at bugs, you're staring at the sky, you're wondering why it hasn't fallen on your head.
You're making up the books. That isn't researched.
What do you mean making it?
What is it that you're doing?
One of the chapters in your book about travel was Australia. I've never been there myself. Forget it then. Throw it away.
No, because you can still have
You
thoughts
make up
on...
stuff about a grub eating a biscuit. We're all the same. I mean, what is that? That's not. But I laughed.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that book.
Listen, everyone like me who
That
bought
book
that
is
book,
absolutely pointless.
it is in my lavatory. Every time I pop in there for a shit,
Yeah.
just take it off the shelf, have a little read.
Yeah,
Great fun.
And I'm down to about 4 pages because sometimes I forget to get bog roll. But listen, that is a fun book to wipe your ass
It's
with.
a great
It
book
was,
to
it
wipe
was
your ass
me,
with.
but that book was good for me. I don't
Yeah.
know if anyone enjoyed it, but I was emptying my worry hole. And at the end of the day,
Worry hole and a problem hole.
emptying
Hold
your
on.
worry hole.
Is that different to the problem hole? Your worry hole.
it's next to it.
Once a problem ball is being processed through the hole, is it deposited through the worry hole?
All I'm saying is, you're right. I do watch a lot of insects and stuff, and you never see them wasting time. They're always doing something. An ant's carrying something somewhere. Sometimes I watch it and it goes somewhere and comes back again. You think, does it know what it's doing? But at least it's trying. Now, if there was a
What
big
is it doing though? What is that ant doing?
work, it's building a house. Or
What's the point? It's everything it does is pointless.
how can you say that?
It's pointless.
I'll
It's
tell
just
you what, if there was a bigger sort of being looking over the world and they went, right, let's look at the human race, and, well, they'd look at the ants first and they go, right, they've got their hands full, they're carrying big stuff, they try to save time by carrying stuff that's way too big for them, really. They could do that between 3 of them, but they don't. They're all grafting hard. Then they go, right, hit the human button. They hit the human button, they watch the humans. The amount of people who are just sat about doing now. They're
But
reading
hold
about
on.
Amy Winehouse, Lily Allen in London at 2 a.m. So what? What are we doing?
I agree with you, but what are you doing?
You see, the ant analogy, joking aside, I think there you hit on the fact that life is about working for what you get. And I'm right behind that. I am right behind that. I think that's I think that's absolutely true.
That's what I meant. What's dangerous is
A boiling kettle to an ant.
at the end of the day, right? Yeah, but that's evil, isn't it?
What?
You know, I mean, you sometimes make out as if I'm an evil man. We had an ant problem in the garden. Suzanne said, we've got to get rid of these. And I said, well, it's a bit out of order. They are outside. And she said, yeah, but there's getting a lot of them. She went and popped the kettle on. I said, I can't handle this. I went in, right?
What? You didn't want to see the ants, Fred? That's sweet. You know, they're there.
Yeah, they might be causing a problem, but I don't want to see this mess. Now, the thing is, she went out. She poured the hot water on it. I left it a few minutes. I went out. I had a cup of tea. I thought, it's a waste of electrical
Kettle's
oil.
full, yeah.
So I took my cup of tea out there, and I'm sat there, and then I just saw one come back from wherever it had been. One ant. He looked devastated. Because that had been away. As far as that was concerned, it had been out to get a leaf or whatever. Came back, devastation. And it's that what that's the thing. He summed up death for me. That the ants that are dead, they didn't know anything. Suddenly they were there. Next minute, load of water, dead. It's the people who are still living in life that are the saddest, aren't they? After death,
Yeah.
and that summed it up.
What do you think?
That ant would have been better off being there when it happened.
How could you tell the ant was?
What do you think? So you
Just the
saw
way,
him,
I mean, they run around in circles anyway, don't they? But this was just kind of going, what's going on?
and what did it slow down when it got nearer the nest? Did it drop the leaf and then you see it run the last few inches?
It just kind of got close, and it was like a double take almost. Almost like it got near the hole, and then it was like, hang on a minute, this can't be it because no one's around. And then it walked on, and it went, no, it is the hole. And it went back, and it just sort of stopped for a minute.
Ah,
And that for me, that's the sort of thoughts Descartes should have been having.
what?
Things that you can look at as a human and
yeah.
appreciate it and understand it
Yeah.
and go, yeah, that's true, that is like life. Instead of, oh, am I awake? Am I asleep or what? No. Well, you might as well be asleep because you're doing nothing else.
Oh, Descartes, Winehouse, Allen, slammed. What do you do towards enjoying your life?
I don't normally enjoy the thing when I'm doing it. It's after. It's like that holiday. When I
What
was
do you
on
mean
holiday.
you don't enjoy the thing when you're doing it? It's after. What's an example of not enjoying the thing at the moment, but you do after?
You didn't enjoy the holiday.
Say
but
like
you-
the holiday. I've just
So
been
you
away.
enjoyed coming off
hang on.
holiday? What?
I want to hear it. You enjoyed the holiday. You didn't enjoy the
When
holiday.
I'm there, I had fleas biting me.
Yeah.
I had mosquitoes biting me.
Yeah.
There was a funny smell of damp in the bathroom. I was worrying, getting in the sea, thinking, is there stonefish in it? Right? Now, you've got all that going on.
Yeah.
When you get back, you forget about the damp smell. You forget
Well,
about
you
the
haven't.
fleas because the bites have gone. They're not as much of a problem.
Yeah.
So then your brain starts going, well, hang on, what did I enjoy? And you go, I enjoyed the dorada fish I had that I've never eaten.
Yeah.
That's an experience. at the time I wasn't enjoying it because I'm thinking when I get back I'm going to have fleas on me again.
Yeah.
So you remember all the good stuff. It's like an old person when they're dying and they go, I'm having flashbacks. They don't say, I'm remembering the time my shoes were too tight.
What do they say?
They're having nice. They're going, oh, I loved the time with that.
I was wearing flip-flops.
No, they enjoy. They have flashbacks.
Like
of the
what?
nice holidays.
What do you think you'll
The
look back?
holidays and that. You'll go, oh, the lovely hot summer of '79.
So you don't enjoy anything you enjoy while you're doing it?
At the moment in time, it's
I
always
don't understand
afterwards.
that. I mean, that is the oddest thing I've ever heard
I think
about.
there's actually a medical term for it. There's someone who's unable
I've never heard of
to
it.
enjoy, to receive pleasure, to take pleasure.
It's really weird. That is really weird.
No, because you're busy doing the thing. So you haven't got time to enjoy it.
So you can't enjoy something you're busy doing because you're busy doing it. You can't possibly enjoy it.
Or you don't know if you're going to enjoy it because it hasn't finished yet.
Well, Carl, but listen, I know from the moment.
Say this.
Listen,
Bungee jumping. I'd love to be able to do it. I bet you get a brilliant feeling as you're falling.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be enjoying it because I'd be going, is the thing going to snap?
Right. Okay. Well, there is something about that. Extreme sports, there is a reason why you're doing it. It is the after effect you enjoy because it's the fear and then the endorphins that rush to you and you go, my God, I survived! Isn't it brilliant? That's a feeling of euphoria. So that's
you're having a nice dinner.
Right. Okay.
Now, when I get a menu given to me in a restaurant, I go, right, what am I going to do here?
Yeah.
Right. Well, when I came here, I thought I'd have some lamb chops. They've got lamb chops, great. Wonder how much to give you because I quite fancy this pudding they've got.
Right.
Now I have the lamb chops. It comes with extra veg. I eat it, I enjoy it. The pudding I wanted, it's gone out the window. I've got no room for it now.
Yeah.
But you enjoyed the lamb chops.
You enjoyed the lamb chops. You can only get packed so much. If you're enjoying all your life all the time, there's no point in regretting anything.
That's just greed.
No, but I was looking forward to the pudding.
Well, you shouldn't have eaten all the veg.
Yeah, but I was enjoying it at that point.
But then you take the pleasure that you had at that point.
No, because I wanted a pudding.
Yeah,
but you didn't want a pudding, or you've had a pudding.
No, because I would have had it for the sake of having it. And then it's ruined.
But I don't know what the whinge is there. You had a lovely meal. You had some lovely lamb chops. You enjoyed the hour.
Because when I read that they had like profiteroles on there, I thought I fancy a couple of them.
Yeah, and
the chance has gone. I'm probably not coming back to this restaurant now.
Yeah, but you haven't missed a chance. You had the chance. You didn't want to take it because you were full up with lovely lamb.
It's not like you didn't enjoy the lamb and the veg. If you'd not enjoyed that, I can understand your point. But you had a lovely time eating the lamb and the veg.
If the bloke came here and said, you can have the profiteroles if you eat this lamb you don't like, you go, oh, and you ate the lamb, you didn't like it, but now you're full, then you could whinge. You wish I hadn't have been forced to eat the lamb, I could have the profiteroles. That's,
I had a spicy sausage in the garden.
Right.
Now, the problem was, I was enjoying it, but I thought this is the spiciest sausage I've ever eaten.
Right.
Now, I could only enjoy that the next day night when I knew that it's gone through my body, there hasn't been a problem. So I go, that was a nice sausage, I'd have one of them again.
Right. That was a nice sausage! But then the next time, surely you'd be enjoying it, because you wouldn't have the trauma of the next night, because you'd lived through it, and now you're just enjoying the lovely spiciness and the sausaginess of the spicy sausage.
Yeah, but the problem is, once you've enjoyed something, it's very difficult to replace what you got from that spicy sausage the first time.
Then why are you looking forward to having another one?
Because let me tell you,
Go on.
Auntie Nora,
Yeah.
she's guilty of this all the time.
She loves a spicy sausage.
Well, she I've told you, she prepares all her food, right? She's got them all in bags in a freezer, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Right.
She's got it all there. Now, what she normally does, she makes a big pot of curry.
Right.
She goes, what I'll do, I'll pop that in the Monday bag and I'll pop it in the Thursday bag. It's the same curry. Now, she has it on the Monday.
Yeah.
She loves it. She thinks I got the mix just right there. The spices are good. The chicken was tasty.
I'm looking forward to Thursday.
I'm looking forward to Thursday. I can't wait for Thursday.
Yeah. Right.
I'll call her up on the Thursday evening. I'll go, how was the curry that you had on Monday that you said you were having again on Thursday that you enjoyed? Didn't enjoy it. Why is that? Don't know. Just want the same. Now, the weird thing there is it is the same. Auntie Nora, that is the same. It's from the same bag. It's from the same pot. But she was expecting too much. And that's the problem. If I had that spicy sausage again, it's never going to live up to it. So forget the spicy sausage. I've had it. I've experienced it.
So you
if
never
someone
another
says, well, it depends.
So do you have anything twice, ever?
Maybe not.
But this is insane, Carl,
But
because aside from you and your Auntie Norma and presumably all the other Pilkington clan, or all as weird as one another, why you phone her up and ask her what she's having for tea, I don't know.
Yeah, that's one thing.
And
that shows
not
you
only what is happening on Monday, but what you're going to do on Thursday as well. I'll make a note of it in the Auntie Norma food diary.
That's proof that you really aren't enjoying your life.
Exactly.
To go, right, fucking hell.
What else do you say
But
to
then
other
he's
people?
phoning her up again late on the Friday to find out how the Thursday curry went down.
I know, exactly. Yeah.
That's 2 calls that week.
Unbelievable.
Well, it's just
Just
good to-
read her journal.
No, it makes her happy, doesn't it, getting a call? She's got nothing else.
Yeah,
What
but
else
the
is
curry
she gonna
doesn't.
tell
The
me?
curry don't make her happy.
No, she did the first
They
time.
loved it on Monday. We should like it on Thursday.
Now, the question is it better to enjoy something once and not again than not at all?
But you're an
What do you
idiot
mean?
because you're the
That's
only
not the
person who
choice.
experiences this.
That's not the choice. That's not the choice for normal people. You can either never enjoy summer or only enjoy it once. You can enjoy things loads of times.
No, you can't.
That's what a hobby is. A hobby is enjoying things over and over again.
I haven't got a hobby, have I? That's why. I've had loads of hobbies in the past. I did the dancing, I did the boxing, I did... what else have I done?
That is it. I think that's what.
But that's what I'm saying now. I soon get bored. And it's like how you enjoy... I love munchies,
Yeah.
but I always enjoy the last one more than...
Well, that doesn't make sense. That goes totally counter to your argument.
No, because it's from one packet.
What?
It's from one packet.
What difference does that make? The
So
first
you-
one's
so-
surely your favourite.
No,
So hold
it's
on.
not.
So if you were to have one munchie, I'll go as a munchie, mate. You
No.
go, I'm not going to take one unless I can have all of them, particularly the last one.
But what
Well,
this?
no, I'd like to have them all, please.
What? No, you can't have them all. Don't be so greedy. Have one munchie. Have the first munchie. There
But
you
I'm
go.
going to have one, and then I'm going to get a taste for them, and I'll probably want another.
Well, no, they're my munchies, though, aren't they?
I'll
Do you
keep them then, forget it.
Well, look, so you'd rather have no munchies than one munchie?
I'll go and buy a packet. I'd prefer to go, do you know what? I fancy a packet of them.
But why do you enjoy the
Okay,
last? Why
wait.
do you enjoy the last munchie more than the first? Whereas
you know
you
that's the
enjoy the
last
first
one.
curry, but not the
But
second
you know it's
curry.
the last one.
Because I'm eating them all in one sitting. I'm not going, that's for Monday, that's for Tuesday, that's for Wednesday. I'm
Right.
talking about a packet of munchies.
Right.
I eat them. There's probably about 12 in a packet.
Okay.
I shove the first 4 in without even thinking what I'm eating.
Greedy bastard.
You shoved the first 4 in!
Without even thinking about what I'm
Right.
eating.
Now, then when you're getting towards the end, you make them last more. You might bite the top off them. You look what's inside them. You go, I'm liking this.
But
You know
hold
that
on,
last
what,
one?
every time?
What, every time you buy a packet of munchies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hold on, though. You must enjoy a packet of munchies regularly, then?
Not as often as you think. They have
Well,
an
I don't
offer on
know.
them.
Well,
No
it's not
opinion.
as I think. I don't know. So tell me how often you enjoy a packet of munchies.
Normally after sort of maybe once a month.
So, every month, you look forward to a lovely packet of munchies. And the same experience.
Yeah,
You
but
like
at
the
the
first
end,
one.
I like the last one.
The only thing you know you enjoy, look forward to enjoy, and it fulfills all those expectations is a fucking packet of munchies once a month. Fuck me. What do you think happiness is?
Again, you only know the happiness because of the badness. You've got
Well-
to have a yin and a yang.
Well, I know what you mean there. I agree with you on this because it's sort of no good to be handed it on a plate. I mean, just from my own experience, working for someone does feel better because you've got a pride and a satisfaction. I genuinely think it's better to start a business, struggle, go bust, come back, than win the lottery.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that, and the older I get, the more sure I am of that. That working hard is itself the reward, and I genuinely believe that. But where does it end? It's no point having the struggle till you die and never get any happiness. So what's your balance? We don't have to go into philosophical terms here. What's your balance? What's your yin and yang of a good life? And by good life, I mean one that you've enjoyed or been satisfied with, and one that you have no regrets or guilt or shame, and a bit of pride.
What are you asking me? I've got a bit of all that.
Right.
But you need the mixture, don't you? So you find out what your favourite thing is. It's like a bag of Revels.
Yeah, but you can't cherish guilt or shame.
Did you just
can
say life is like a bag of Revels? Isn't that dangerously close to life's like a box of chocolates?
Fucking Forrest Gump over there, yeah. Jesus,
No, but it is, isn't it? There's one or two in there that I don't like.
like what?
The raisin. The
No,
raisin
no.
with chocolate.
Yeah, no.
Now, what I'm saying is-
metaphorically, what's the
Yeah, well, I'm
actually
using-
named what Revel he doesn't like?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you because it works in life.
Go on then.
But the Revel
You like
is
raisins?
there.
Go on.
Well, maybe if you have
What?
enough raisin ones,
Yeah.
you eventually go, do you know what? They're not that bad.
What?
And that's the thing in life.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. So what are you saying? Where's this metaphor? Are you saying suddenly all the bad things in life are pretty good, actually, if you just get used to them?
Sometimes out of bad comes some good.
Go on.
At the end of the day, the revel thing.
What happened to the munchie here?
Well, again, with life, if you have too much munchies, you get sick of the munchies. So move on, mix it up. What mixes it up? Bag of rebels. You've got a bit of everything in there.
Right.
Even the ones you don't like, you might like in the end. You'll go, do you know what? I was wrong.
Okay, lose the analogy now. Actually, just talking about rebels now in life. What has he enjoyed before?
What would you have written to Jim will fix it to fix for you? What would have given you pleasure as a kid? Dear Jim, can you fix it for me to do what?
When I watched Jim will fix it as a kid, they never really lived up to what the kid wanted, did they?
But what would you have requested?
But I don't think I would, because I think I saw how disappointed most of the kids were.
God, it's
a kid like whistling, they brought out Roger Whittaker.
Yes, because they look at it and they go, can you fix it for me to go into space? No. Can I dance with Bananarama? No problem. That's the ones they pick.
Yeah, so that's why I wouldn't write in, because whatever you ask for, you're always going to get a watered-down version.
But if Jim could fix it for you to do anything, what would you have chosen?
There's not many things I wanted as a kid.
One thing. Just one thing. To choose one thing, please.
That my name was Brett.
Oh, fucking hell! It's not unbelievable!
I mean, it's extraordinary.
There is no predicting that.
Okay, you know what? I can make that dream come true for you right now, Brett.
We can just call you Brett from now on.
Not a problem, Brett.
Brett Pilkington.
It sounds good.
I love the fact that it's the Carl bit he wants to replace, not the fucking Pilkington.
No, that doesn't work either, because like then
Why not, Brett?
Because I told my mum and dad that that's what I wanted. They started calling me that, but then I forgot.
They went along with it.
Yeah.
So you said, Mum, Dad, call me Brett from now on, and they went, all right.
Yeah, but then I kept forgetting that I was Brett, so I wasn't answering, so they went back to Carl.
Oh,
it's amazing!
So you've had that dream come true?
Yeah, and it wasn't that good. And that's what I'm saying to you. Things never live up to what you want. Dreams, what are they?
Taking one of the big themes of philosophy further, why are we here? What's the point of life? What is it to be human? The ethical upshots of some of the technological and medical breakthroughs pose, more of their own questions. Cloning, is that a person in its own right? Well, of course it is. What about if you grow that for harvesting without the brain?
So growing kind of vital organs, presumably in a laboratory.
What about that? Stem cell research. Is it,
I mean, there's weird things happening all the time with all this transplant stuff. Read about one who, a way of sort of, you're saying, it's just a bit of meat.
Yeah.
You're saying, no, it doesn't.
No, what I meant, organs can't have rights and feelings.
No, but listen to this.
Go on.
So
it's going to be bullshit.
No.
No. The sensors went up.
Would you like a small wager?
Beep, 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 beep. The sensors went up when he said, "Right, listen to this."
Okay, right. I'm going to bet you £5, Rick, that this is not bullshit. Don't let me down, Carl.
Okay, I'm going to bet you they found out it was the heart of a chimp, and the bloke's selling like bananas.
Okay.
And the doctor bought it half price at a market.
I've got faith in Carl. I don't think he's going to let me down here. Not when we're talking about philosophy. He's going to have done some careful research. Okay. Let's take a wager. £5 is coming my way.
So, what happened is, do you know like people do donor cards?
Mm-hmm.
Someone filled one out saying, if I die, you can have my kidney. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, he died. He said, get the kidney out. They got the kidney out of him. Someone who needed a new kidney, they were like over the moon. There's a new kidney on the way. But this person who needed the new kidney had a couple of things.
What?
He wasn't very good at driving.
Yeah.
And he couldn't stand yellow biscuits.
Right.
Couldn't stand yellow biscuits.
Okay. He just didn't like them. There was something, he didn't know why. He's just never liked them. Anyway, they pop it in. He's having his tests done. He's in hospital for a couple of days. Goes home. Goes, could do with a yellow biscuit.
What the fuck's a yellow biscuit?
Just a
banana baldies. What are you talking about?
Just a yellow biscuit.
Who decides? I like all biscuits except yellow ones. Where is this
I'm just telling you what
supermarket?
happened.
Right.
And
Well,
it
I don't
turned
know
out
why. I don't know what the colour of the biscuit's necessarily got to do with it.
It's like a phobia. It's an
Right.
odd phobia.
Oh, so he fears the combination of yellowness and biscuitiness.
Right, so a bloke...
He doesn't mind biscuits. I don't mind yellow. Don't ever put them together. That's my worst nightmare.
So, right, I'm confused as to who's got what, whose kidney. There's a bloke's received a new kidney. He hated biscuits.
He's
that
not
were
very good
yellow.
at driving. He hates custard creams.
Right, but now, suddenly, after the hospital after the operation, I
custard
really
cream.
fancy yellow biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay, does he go out for a drive at any point?
He went driving.
Right, because it's going to be terrible.
He loves
swerving
driving.
all over the road. What?
What? Hold on, what? He loved driving.
He liked driving all of a sudden.
What? But he hated it.
I know, but this is what's weird.
It's bollocks. The kidney is a filter system.
But if you have something for long
It's
enough...
like getting a new tea strainer and suddenly liking yellow biscuits and driving.
No,
The kidney has no impact on anything.
no. It's like how if you knock about with someone, you pick up their little things that they do.
Right.
Suzanne kept saying to me, that's a nonsense. I said, stop saying that. You've suddenly picked that up from someone. I said, you've never said that before. And you've done it 3 times in about 2 days. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Christ. Living with Carl. He doesn't like me saying nonsense. I don't know why.
But let's be honest, if you're going to live with Carl, you're going to use the phrase, that's nonsense.
You're going to start
quite a
coming
lot.
up with more and more bollocks, nonsense, rubbish, shit. Round-headed fool, you've picked that up from someone. You've used that 200 times in the last 3 minutes.
Head like a fucking orange.
Stupid fucking bald cunt. Where'd you get that from, Suzanne?
You've said it 3 times just during
Fucking
breakfast.
hell, dim-witted half... Steve, £5.
Yep.
A big question, particularly in the area of philosophy of the mind, is what is intelligence?
It's just... it's what you know, isn't it?
Well, that's knowledge, isn't it, really?
You know, it's a form of knowledge, intelligence.
No, I don't think it is.
Why not?
Because intelligence, really, is everything from the ability to retain knowledge, to understand it, to apply. It's probably a little bit like the difference between how fast the computer is and how good the program on that computer is.
It's no good. I'd say I've got a brain that can work stuff out. But sometimes, if I tell it too much, it can't remember all of it. Now, if I had a brain that had loads of memory space,
Yeah.
tell me as much as you want.
Well, that's important. That's
And you
important
keep
to.
it.
But yeah, but that some people say that's what intelligence is, isn't it? Memory. It's no good saying he's brilliant. He learns 10,000 facts a day. Really? Yeah, he forgets them the next day.
Yeah. Well, that's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, but what good is that? Trivia is nothing. It
No,
doesn't
it's
show
good.
intelligent.
It's
It doesn't.
good for chat. It's good for chat, and when you're out and about, if you meet a stranger, it's good to drop something in, like, you know,
Go on.
What would you drop in?
To show you're intelligent.
Well, just to meet you've just met me at the bus stop. You think he's a nice fella.
Steve's at the bus stop. There he is. He's there. He's got his little duffel coat on, his little scarf, his file. He's got his little glasses. They're a little bit
Yeah.
mudded up where some ruffians are like thrown mud at him, and I've seen this, and he's cried and he shat himself.
Well, that's not true.
Yeah, and he's run to the bus stop to go home to his mum.
That's not
okay,
true at all.
so at the bus stop, there he is. You come along, you go, oh, who's this nerd who shut himself?
That
right?
would never happen.
Right,
Would never
right,
happen.
and you
I
sit-
fought though. I'd have had a fight with him.
Yeah, and you go, okay, he's obviously intellectual. Look at him, and he's gone, and he's looked at you, and he's gone, Jesus Christ, you look thick. Prove him wrong.
no, what I'd do,
Go on.
there's no point just having one fact.
Right.
I'd wait for him to start a topic, and I'd show my intelligence by having a fact on the topic he's brought up.
Okay.
Because we can all have one topic
Yeah.
that you go, oh, I'll show this off, and then, you know, someone goes, oh, has he been talking to you about the peanut fact again? And
Yeah.
you go, he's obviously telling everyone. Then it's just a
Sure.
boring answer.
Okay, so I might just say to you, you know, what are your views on mathematics?
I'd just say the thing with numbers is there's loads of them.
I remember I told you an interesting fact once again to try and explain infinity to you, and I told you this: there are as many even numbers as even and odd numbers put together.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
It's I think I've said before that I don't think things like that are impressive because numbers are man-made anyway.
Right.
If you were talking about, like, when you mentioned about there's more insects we don't know about than what we do, then you're going, oh, where are they? Where are they hiding? It leaves a question. The fact that there's loads of numbers, it's like, yeah, but at the same time, you could rule numbers out of your life if you wanted to.
Really?
You could live a life.
Do you really think that?
Difficult.
Yeah, you could. There's tribes. There's tribes in the Amazon.
Yeah, but they're not
They
getting
only
their
count
food from
to-
Sainsbury's, are
No,
they?
They count to 3. They don't need any more numbers than 3. And they just have 3 because they go, 1, they know what 1 is. They go, pass us one of them. And they have one of them.
What do you mean?
Anything
What
over,
do you mean when
anything
they
over
say-
3,
Yeah.
they just say, well, you're being greedy. So they don't need it.
But what if they've got 5 children?
How many kids you've got when you're living in a place like that, it doesn't matter. It's not about you're just part of the tribe.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Right, where is this tribe that only counts to 3?
It's somewhere like the Amazon or something.
Really?
And there's no more numbers than 3. They don't need it. Anything more than 3, they just say, I'll have more.
Right.
Or give us another 3. But
Give
they
us
don't
another
need
3?
To, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Or another 1 or another 2.
But what if they need 200? That's complicated, isn't it?
Well, you just keep going, give us 3. And then just keep
That seems
asking
a
for
slow
3.
way of doing it.
They've got nothing else to do. They're living in the Amazon.
All right, I'm at the bus stop.
Oh, here's your bust.
So far, you've told me nothing about maths whatsoever.
So you're concluding that he is dim?
Fucking idiot.
When I was on holiday recently,
Yeah.
I got talking to an old fella because where I went, it's mainly for old people. I got chatting with him. You could tell he had a lot of money.
Yeah.
He sort of tanned. He had that sort of rouge-coloured sort of jeans,
Oh, yeah.
which is always sort of.
Telltale sign.
It's kind of like he's got money.
Yeah.
And
The red jeans are twice as much, sir. That's okay, I've got money.
yeah, it's either that colour or yellow. But you
Yeah.
can carry it off when you're an old man, and especially with the tan, you think, yeah, he's got a few quid.
I'm a millionaire. Do you have any yellow jeans? We've got one pair, sir, but
For
no
the
one...
most expensive
Yeah,
of
they're in the back room. Could I just see your bank account first? There it is. Oh, yeah, you can afford yellow jeans, all right, sir. Come this way.
So I got talking to him, and it turns out he had a cruise ship.
Right.
Loads of money. Now, I was chatting to him for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What colour was his jacket?
Said he didn't have a jacket on, just a white shirt.
He's wearing red jeans and a white shirt.
Yeah, sort of leather slip-on shoes, what I can remember.
And how old is he?
It's hard to tell because he was well tanned.
Right.
Was he an attractive man?
He's a good-looking fella.
So he's rich. So you saw this rich, good-looking bloke with just a shirt on.
No, he had a shirt and his pink
Yeah.
pants.
His pink
So-
pants, and he
okay.
just went over
Well,
and
I
struck
don't
up a
understand.
conversation.
I don't know. Why did you notice what colour the crotch area was?
What?
Why did you notice what
You were
colour
looking
the...
very much at the arse
I
of
can
the
see
crotch
why
area.
you could see if you're looking at his face, you could see a white shirt.
I'll
But
tell
why
you
could you
why.
see
I'll tell you
what
why.
colour
This is what I'm
the
telling you.
fabric around his
This is what
testicles
I'm
were?
saying.
You saw a good-looking old man sat at the bar. You went out and bought him a drink.
Yeah, you
I
saw,
was
you
waiting
noticed
for the
it,
barbecue to open.
right? Okay, and
I
you
got
noticed a
there
man's.
early.
So you noticed
So
a
it was
man's
9 in the morning.
trousers.
No,
Yeah, no.
I was annoyed. I
Right.
don't like late nights on holiday.
Right,
With
okay.
jet lag. Suzanne said, let's go down there early tonight.
Right.
I get there, I find out the barbecue's not for another 40-odd minutes.
What time was
The
it?
holiday rep. Well, I don't know. It starts at 8.
You're
so I had to
noticing
wait for
people.
40
You're
minutes.
noticing old men's genital coverings, but you don't know what fucking time it is.
Yeah, but
Get
what
your
I'm saying-
story
What I'm
straight.
saying to you is the
Right.
reason I noticed his pants is because what he was talking about,
Right.
there was no reference points. I didn't have a clue what he was going on about.
Right. What was he talking about for your eyes to wander down to his penis? Is what I'm trying to say. What made you look at his penis?
Because I got bored. I didn't know. What I'm trying to say to you is his reference points. I had no idea
what
what
was
he
he
was going on
talking
about.
about?
He was talking about how he was in some Cuban war. He told me about how he'd met President Reagan. He told me something about how he'd cut up a cow once. There was
And so,
Who is this bloke? I think he's a maniac
It's fucking
who has
Dexter.
spilt blood on his trousers
Yeah.
whilst hacking up his dead wife. He's gone insane. He's jithering and chatting away, claiming he owns a cruise ship.
he told me he spent 36 grand on furniture. And when I sort of looked at him like, what
You're
have you been
beautiful.
buying? And he's going, oh, well, I needed a couple of shade lounges. And it was just, there was nothing I could relate to.
Lunges.
There was nothing.
Wasn't she in a TV series?
I don't understand why you have no interest in either being in a Cuban war, having met Ronald Reagan.
Because
why is that not interesting? Why have you got
because I
no
didn't
reference?
know
I don't
anything.
know why the trousers were much more appealing to you. If someone was telling me,
So, I was in a
and
war.
then
I met
was
Che Guevara and
yeah.
Fidel Castro.
Fidel Castro, and then why are you looking at my packet?
So that's my point. It's just
What's
that,
your point?
that you can have a chat with a fella just like I'm talking to the geek at the bus stop. And
He even pointed.
sometimes
What?
you can't take part. What am I meant to say about him meeting Reagan? What am I meant to say about him being
But
in the
aren't you
Cuban
interested
War?
to ask him questions about he was in a war?
When I sort of took it back to, I wonder what meat they're doing at the barbecue, he wasn't bothered.
Yeah.
I love the fact that that's your contribution. He's talking about the missile crisis, and you're going, oh,
He's met
what-
presidents and
Yeah.
important people. He's experienced extraordinary
You
things,
see,
which
the
would be
language-
fascinating to anyone. And you're not interested. You just want to know whether the sausages.
But I mean, there it is. You see, he's come down. He's looked at you without prejudice and thought, I don't know this guy. The language barrier probably saved you, and he thought he's probably a smart guy. I tell him a bit about my life.
He
Why
never
is he
said
looking at
to
my
me.
Why is he
fucking
looking
ass?
at my meat?
Why is he looking at my meat and two veg? I don't like the barbecue. You don't need the barbecue. It's a lovely little fucking sausage here.
When you're talking to a stranger, aren't you meant to keep it
Above the waist,
keep it
looking at his bollocks,
keep it to
erect. I made Carl laugh. Well, there you have it. The in-depth study of the mother of science, the Ricky Gervais Guide to Philosophy. You can still enjoy the back catalogue of these guides, medicine, natural history, and the arts, and seasons 1 to 5 of the Ricky Gervais Show. Over the last few years, with all our explorations, our studies, what have you learnt? What's the one big thing you've learnt since we've been doing this, since you've met myself and Stephen, since we've been prodding you, since we've treated you like an ape that we want to teach to speak? What have you learnt about yourself and the world? One thing, if you had to take it with you.
I don't think I've learned anything that substantial
Ever?
during all this. There's not been anything groundbreaking, has there? We've chatted about midgets with no arms and legs, gay ones. I don't know if that will ever crop up again in a chat. So even if I've learned something from it, I don't think it'll ever crop up again. So it's no use. That's what I'm saying to you about information and intelligence. It's if you can use it. There's
So
no
you're
point having a brainy
saying
head.
this series of audiobooks at the price of £1.95 is absolutely worthless and pointless?
Yeah, I suppose it is, yeah.
Thanks. Good night.